Hey guys, welcome back to the Doug and Corey Show. In today's video, we're going to do a live reaction to the Deadpool and Wolverine trailer. Stick around.
All right, guys, so we're going to watch the Deadpool and Wolverine trailer for the first time together. We've each seen it individually, but we're going to watch it together and then do a little bit of discussion afterwards.
All right, let's get it rolling.
I told you, you're not welcome here. You're not welcome anywhere. Now get the fuck out of my bar.
Just give me one more drink and then I'll leave.
Hi, Peanut. I'm gonna need you to come with me right now.
Look, lady, I'm not interested.
All right, well, I'm sort of on the tick-tick, so upsy daisy. Here we go. Oh, whiskey dick of the claws. It's quite common in Wolverines over 40.
You don't want this.
Unless you want to take a deep breath through your fucking forehead,
I love
I
this part.
suggest you reconsider.
Pushes his head into it.
And the smile, too.
Yeah.
The
like,
devious smile.
End my suffering.
I'm about to lose everything that I've ever cared about.
It's got the adamantium katanas.
Not my fucking problem. Is that what you said when your world went to shit?
I still want to know what those are.
Come again.
This Wolverine let down his entire world.
I'm guessing Paradox got punched by Wolverine.
Head-butted, maybe? Like that?
Want to talk about what's haunting you, or should we wait for a third act
Staple still in his
flashback?
head.
Go fuck yourself.
It's July. I like that he has no sleeves now, but I wish they had the shoulder pads still.
Yeah. His arms look almost a little plasticky there. I think they did a little bit of touch-up on those.
Trust me, kid, I'm no hero.
It's a lot of
You were an X-Man.
Yeah.
life films, just feet.
You were
Shaped
the
smooth.
X-Man.
Just not,
So funny.
not very Wolverine, actually. He's got very hairy arms.
I am soaking wet right now.
Yeah.
Boys are so silly.
This is what I'm talking about.
So crazy.
Big slow motion action sequence. Who knows if you live or die? Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
I wonder where they're jumping to, because obviously they have it just white. Like,
Yeah.
to show you where they're going.
Want to do some cocaine?
Hey, cocaine is the one thing that Feige said is off limits.
What about Bolivian marching
They
powder?
know all the slang terms. They have a list.
Even snowboarding?
Even disco dust.
White girl interrupted?
Even force bump.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Yes. But I can't.
July 26th. Super
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah, it's going to be here before we know it, man.
Yep. So that's the one MCU movie this year. So they're looking like they're swinging hard.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think it's a pretty, well, in my opinion, I think it's going to be the only movie that makes $1 billion this year. So
Yeah. For sure. We can get the movie theater stuff later, but it's looking pretty rough for the theater industry right now.
Yeah. Although I'm not sure how Dune 2 is doing. I'm not sure if that's close or not.
Yeah. Well,
But
it's doing well.
Yeah. Yeah.
But either way, yeah, this movie is going to be huge.
It's definitely going to be the only like recent Marvel movie to possibly make the $1 billion.
Yeah.
I don't think they've had anything too recent that's gotten there. So
Yeah.
it looks really good.
Yeah, for sure. I'm glad we get to see more Wolverine in this trailer. I know they had the Super Bowl like little teaser,
Yeah. Which basically was just like,
him in the TVA mostly.
yeah. But as far as Wolverine, we saw
Oh.
like nothing, just like his shadow.
We saw maybe Patch.
Yeah, well, it's pretty likely that's Patch with the hair and the white suit, but probably not Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, most likely it's going to be either Taron or Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, back to this trailer. It's pretty good. It starts off with him in the bar, where Wolverine often is.
yeah. I mean, it's similar to a few bars he's been in. It could be a callback going all the way back to the first X-Men movie. Probably not, although I think it is in Canada because there's like some Canada references.
Oh,
in
it
there.
is in Canada. Yeah.
It could be a callback to the She-Hulk news article talking about a bar fight.
That's true.
Claude guy with the bar
Claws.
fight.
I think they're going to show them jumping around quite a bit in the Marvel history in this movie. It's going to be a lot of fan service for sure. A lot of callbacks, and they've already shown a lot of the actors and such that are in this movie from previous X-Men movies.
Yeah.
And other Fox properties as well. I believe, Elektra is going to be in it with a
I
pretty
think that's pretty well confirmed at this point.
Jennifer Garner in
Yeah.
a pretty substantial role from what I hear.
Really?
Not like Wolverine or Deadpool. She's not the headliner, but they said it's more than just a quick cameo. Same thing. Rumors that I heard is that Gambit will be in it with Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum. Okay.
So, and he'll be more than just a cameo. So that's cool. He'll get his at least chance to be that role.
Good for
that
him.
movie
I know
never
he was
will
pretty
happen.
passionate about wanting to make that movie, so it never happened for him. So
Yep.
there's a lot of hype around Gambit right now. So
Yeah, I know. We'll talk about X-Men 97 in one of our other videos, but yeah, he's a pretty popular character, especially with how that show's going.
yeah. So yeah, a lot of cameos, like we're saying. We didn't see really much, although there is one shot in this where we did see a lot of characters that
A lot
have
of
been
villains and such.
Yeah, that have been in the X-Men movies
Put
in the
up and
past.
put their names of who
Yeah.
they all are.
Yeah, so we got full-on confirmation of Cassandra Nova, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which, if you don't know, is kind of a twin to Charles Xavier.
Like a spiritual twin that takes
yeah.
a human form,
Mm-hmm.
essentially. There's a little backstory that's kind of weird, but it's called a Mumudrai, I believe. It's part of the Shi'ar Empire, and
Yeah.
it's kind of So he ends up defeating her in the womb.
In the womb, yeah, they have like a psychic battle in the womb.
Part of her survives in the sewers for years and then comes back and pretty much does what's going on in X-Men 97 with the extinction of Genosha with a master mold.
Yeah,
That kind of is what she does in the comics. So we'll see how they all connect. Maybe X-Men 97 is going to connect into Deadpool and Wolverine, and
Yeah.
lining up with how when it's ending, it'll be pretty close.
so it's interesting. She's clearly in the void in this, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of like her base of operations seems to be in the void. So I don't know if she was pruned or if she went there on her own somehow intentionally.
Yeah,
Not
it's
really
a lot
sure.
to explain because it's definitely multiversal. Will there be some kind of Kang connection, even though they probably won't, show Kang? I don't know why she's there. That's all started with Kang and the TVA,
Yeah.
pruning to the void with the sacred timeline. So he's basically supposed to be just protecting this timeline, and they have introducing the concept of anchors to these universes. Like when a certain character, the anchor of this universe dies, that whole universe dies, is where they're kind of building up to with the incursion and secret
Yeah.
wars and everything else. So it's going to be a pretty crazy movie. I don't know. I'm excited to see where Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman take it, because their banter is
For
hilarious.
sure. That's what sells it for me entirely, is that their banter. I like Hugh Jackman, don't get me wrong. I don't think he was the best choice for Wolverine. I'm probably gonna get some hate for that, but I know he's kind of beloved just because of what he's made of the role.
Sure.
But he's not the ideal casting for Wolverine. I mean, the dude's like, 6'3" or something like that, And if you look at his early movies, he really wasn't. I mean, he was cut, but he wasn't like stocky and bulky like Wolverine. He definitely got bigger. But he's iconic in that role, and getting to see the banter between the two of them is just hilarious to me. And we're getting a pretty defeated Wolverine in this, it seems like.
Yeah, they say he's he let his whole world down or his whole universe down.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting to see which movie he's from, if it's one of the existing ones or if it's a completely different timeline than what we're familiar with, or different universe.
Yeah.
Maybe it's from one, like I've heard people say, maybe he didn't kill Jean before she became the Phoenix, and the Phoenix destroyed all the other X-Men. You talked about those kind of monolith things, and a lot of people are speculating that those are tombs of other mutants, which is pretty possible. I mean, they all lined up. They all seem to have some sort of disc or something in the center of the channel on each of them. Maybe it's their name or whatever.
Just kind of a weird kind of a setup for burial plots if they're all in a straight line like that.
Well, yeah, for sure. But it also could just be
A flashback or something.
a flashback, or Cassandra Nova getting to
That's in his
his
head. Yeah, take him to the astral plane, maybe.
Yeah.
That happens a lot in
Yeah.
X-Men cartoons.
Yeah, I mean, she's super powerful.
Supposedly she has Charles's powers, and with additional stuff in the fact that I believe she has a sling ring. So I believe she may be the one opening the portal.
I mean, I think that's very likely she does. Is that confirmed? Do we see it?
I don't know. It's just something I heard. So these are all kind of rumors. We obviously the movie isn't out yet.
Yeah.
The other thing that I heard is that she has Magneto's helmet. So I don't know what that's going to do for her, but supposedly she has Magneto's helmet and a sling ring.
Well, I mean, I imagine
Charles's
a lot of things have been pruned, including apparently his wheelchair, because it seems like
Yeah,
she's
she
rolling
rolls
up in his
up.
wheelchair.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if a sling ring was there in the void, if Magneto's helmet was in the void. There's probably
So
a lot
much
of things.
stuff. Yeah. You see how they repurpose a lot of the vehicles from other Red Skull's
yeah.
vehicle mixed with like Iron Man's hot rod.
Yeah.
And then there's the Fantastic Four car, the original one. There's a bunch of interesting stuff along with all those characters that are in there.
Yeah, so that's one of the back to this lingering thing. That's one of the hot topics right now. Is like, oh, who's opening the portal? It's really hard to see, but in that shot where they're jumping through, she's standing right next to them and she's smiling.
Yeah,
and she doesn't look like she's trying to stop them.
Yeah,
like a lot of people were like, oh, where are they jumping to? Maybe they're not jumping of their own will. Maybe she's making them jump through. Like,
or she's setting them up, like they think they're doing something, like they're going the right place, but she's like, yeah, I'm right where I want them to go. Like it's all part of her plan.
I also wouldn't be surprised to find out that she's not the main villain of the thing, and they figure it out after they have kind of a throwdown with her, and then they realize that they need to work together. Kind of like Deadpool and Wolverine are going to do in this movie. Maybe they need to use Cassandra Nova's help as well.
We'll see.
And a lot of people think Paradox might be the main villain of the movie, so we'll see. I'm hoping that all this like stuff in the void and all the cameos we're getting are going to be like in the first 20-30 minutes. I mean, a lot of the shots of Wade talking to Logan, he's got the staples still in his head, so it's clearly from the beginning of the movie when the TVA kind of grabs him.
Takes his wig off.
Or he leaves the staples in his head the whole movie, which would also be pretty funny.
Yeah, he hasn't got time. He's on the tick. He hasn't got time to take those out.
Yeah. I think that's a Miss Minutes reference, possibly.
Probably, yeah. I'm sure he just met her right before that. You know.
Oh, I'm looking forward to some banter between Miss Minutes and Deadpool. That's actually going to be hilarious.
There's going to be so much funny banter between him and anybody that he interacts with, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, Deadpool's hilarious. Like Ryan Reynolds does such a good job of that character. Like, how can you not be hyped for this movie?
Yeah, for sure. The crazy also with the big Ant-Man head and body, the whole body, which is part of the Old Man Logan comic. Put up an image of that, but you when Eliath is going by, you see the whole body laid.
That was I think a Hank Pym version of Giant Man in that one. We don't know that this is Hank Pym or
we don't know who this is.
Scott Lang. Yeah.
Either way, they did. It was the skull.
Yeah, I mean,
living inside of them.
Yeah, he's turned. He doesn't technically call himself Giant Man when Scott Lang does, but he's embiggened himself, if you will, a few times in the movies. Most notably, though, probably the battle with Thanos and stuff.
So yeah, maybe there's one of those timelines where they failed and he got pruned and died in the void because of whatever. Yeah, that's crazy.
Or they pruned this giant dead Ant-Man, so he's not just chilling there and people are going to start asking questions.
Sure, yeah. Surprised they didn't prune Celestials that are frozen.
Maybe they did. Maybe that's why they're not talking about him at all. That they could have explained that easily. Just been like, oh yeah, we pruned him.
Yeah,
Tiamat, he's gone.
That's crazy.
I hope that's not how they resolve the whole stone petrified celestial in the ocean.
Oh no, it seems like they might be using it for a base for the Avengers.
That's the rumors, but we have no.
Well, yeah, we don't know for sure, but we're talking about rumors, of course. So.
Well, yeah, I mean, we heard that might be the source of adamantium. Which
and it still could be, probably not. But
no, because I think isn't adamantium like a compound mixed? It's vibranium with other alloys in it or something. I mean, I'm not sure they're going to stick with the comic background, but I believe that's the case. So. But I believe I didn't watch any of the footage, but I've heard there, I guess in the CinemaCon, I'm sorry, the CinemaCon footage, they talk about him getting the adamantium katanas. So they're different katanas. They're not his, what was the other one's? B. Arthur? Yeah, they're not his B. Arthur katanas.
Yeah, it looked like one of the shots that showed DR, but what was it, like Doctor something maybe?
No, it's Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
Why would he have that?
Because he loves Harry Potter.
I'm sure he does.
I wouldn't if Daniel Radcliffe is in the movie as a Wolverine variant. Deadpool's going to make a Harry Potter joke, right? Like
for sure,
he's going to, which will be hilarious.
Oh man, yeah. I'm really looking forward to it and seeing where they are going. I know you're burnt out with some of the multiversal stuff, but it seems like it's going in the right direction as far as I'm concerned.
It can be done well. I love No Way Home. I feel like Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness had so much potential that they had only
flat, 15 seconds of madness of where they go through the multiverses.
Yeah.
It really didn't live up to the title so much.
That's I don't want to get too off topic, but if the sling rings can open to other multiverses, which is what they say in the first Doctor Strange movie, why does Doctor Strange need America Chavez?
I honestly don't know.
It seems like hers is super random. If he could, well, I guess he would.
I don't think he really needs her. I think they're just training her because Wong brought her in, didn't he?
I mean, when he's trying to, It's been too long since I've seen it. I'm
Yeah.
trying to remember the motivation behind everything.
I think they're
for
just
that.
trying to stop her. I don't know. Maybe
Trying to
she's
stop
maybe she's an
Wanda, trying
anchor.
to stop Wanda from getting her.
Maybe she's an anchor point or something like that, and they know that, and they're trying to protect her from dying.
She is
causing an incursion or whatever.
She is unique in that she is the only version of herself. There's no other America Chavez in the other multiverse. She's the only one.
Yeah.
So she's definitely unique in that regard. If I remember correctly, Wanda's just trying to get a hold of her to get to her
Children.
Yeah, but like she could have just nabbed Wong or whatever. She could have got any of them to open to another multiverse so she could be with some of her kids.
Hopefully, we get some answers to all that at some point. Maybe even Vision Quest if they ever do that. Or
Supposedly they are. I hope so. I do like the character of Vision, so I'm looking forward to see where he goes. I think Paul Bettany does a really good job with that character, so I'm excited to see more of him. So hopefully it happens. There's a lot of projects that are like possibly up in the air now that, you know, Bob Iger said that they're going to cancel some stuff. So there's a lot of speculation that Armor Wars is done, Vision Quest is done.
Yeah, if anything, they'll tie those stories into other movies and make it like a subplot of. Because I mean, they could probably some of those. I don't know for sure about Armor Wars, but they could probably incorporate that into another movie of sorts.
There's a lot of projects that we were told we're getting though. I mean, like Ironheart, is that happening? Are we getting an Agatha show? I think that's pretty much all done, right?
I think
Filmed.
so. Yeah.
We know we're getting a Daredevil show for sure. We're definitely getting that. I don't know, man. There's just a lot.
We're getting at least 3 seasons of X-Men '97. They've already finished the second one.
I mean, with how good the show's been so far, I'm not surprised at all.
Yeah.
I've been really enjoying it. We'll get into that later.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's been
But
good.
yeah, so we're just talking about stuff that they've confirmed or whatever. But yeah, so
Yeah. Anything else notable you want to discuss in the Deadpool and Wolverine trailer? There was that funny Liefeld moment in the background.
Liefeld's feet, because he's
Just feet.
not known for drawing feet very well.
Yeah.
I've met Rob a couple different times. He's a really nice guy.
Yeah.
But
His proportions are a little funky sometimes.
yeah, some
He's got-
bulky upper bodies.
He's got that very notable
Captain America.
Yeah.
The big old chest.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it is what it is. He's known for his style, I guess. So
Yeah. Yeah.
that's how you get famous in the
Yeah.
art world.
I heard someone speculate because the was it like an orthotics store or something, and it's just feet, and that someone said maybe like
That
that
version.
version of Liefeld was really good at like working with feet, and then like none of the other ones are.
That's funny.
So they had to prune him because he's not right.
I did see. I'm not gonna. Obviously, I don't know the details, but I did see a post or tweet, whatever you want to call it now, today from My Time to Shine Hello or whatever, one of the scoopers.
Yeah.
And he was saying that he's super surprised with the post-credit scene of the movie. So obviously he's seen it or seen
wow.
some of it. And he said he's really surprised that who they got for that scene. So I was like, that's pretty cool. And then the only reason I bring it up is because Rob Liefeld chimed in and said he's not lying or something like that. So like, I wonder what the post credit's going to be. You know, it should be something pretty crazy if they're not BSing us.
Yeah. And there's so much potential, right?
For sure.
I mean, like
It could be anything.
All the potential we thought was there with Multiverse of Madness is there, and then some with this, because now they're tapping into the other, Marvel properties outside of, MCU proper, at least at the time. So
I don't know. I'm sure we'll probably get at least one more final trailer before the movie comes out in July.
and we'll probably get a few TV spots too, really close. I mean, they'll be really short.
He's really good about marketing, so I'm sure we'll get a bunch of fun stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, they've obviously shown some of the popcorn, not the popcorn buckets yet, but they've shown like the cups and stuff.
There's been fake popcorn.
Fake
buckets.
popcorns, they're pretty funny. It's apparently going to be pretty wild, whatever it is. But because they're letting him design it, so
Yeah, and then after the Dune popcorn bucket thing,
But they've shown the cup where it showed Wolverine with his cowl, which is obviously pretty cool. There's been a couple of busts or art that kind of similar to what the style is going to be. So I'm excited to see him in his cowl because they didn't show that in the trailer yet.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, I think we'll get there. I mean, we didn't get Wolverine at all. Then we got him. And all the pictures we saw initially were him with full sleeves.
Yep.
We got to see him without sleeves in this, which
Yep.
I know I kind of said it during the reaction, but like I feel like that wide shot of them walking in front of the Liefeld Just Feet store, his arms look a little weird. I mean, maybe the CG's not done. Maybe it shouldn't need CG, but
His arms.
Well, it looks like they did though.
Apparently, from what they said, that his arms are that big and everything that he
No,
he looks
it's-
like that. They
no,
were
for
there
sure.
that day.
It's the texture, like the texture.
Maybe
looks
they just
wrong.
greased him up or something.
They
It's all
just look-
sweaty.
They just look too smooth. There's another closer up shot, and you can see how massive his arms are. And
Yeah.
it looks legit. Like, I mean, the dude got back in shape for sure.
Yeah.
You know, So no knocking them. I'm just saying I feel like there was something weird going on with the textures. They look like plastic. They look kind of fake.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
he's wearing an arm suit, which I mean, maybe they were filming outside. I hear he's got issues or concerns with skin cancer.
Stuff, yeah.
So maybe
that's why they had the sleeves to begin with.
Yeah, so maybe they did put something on his arms when they, but I don't know. That might have been in a studio. Who knows? Yeah. So either way, man, definitely a lot of hype for this, especially being the only Marvel movie we're getting this year. But I'm really excited. It sucks when you get your hype so high that there's nowhere to go but be disappointed in the theater. So hopefully that's not the case. But
I'm going in with an open mind because I mean, obviously, I love the character of Deadpool and Wolverine as well.
yeah,
I'm super excited for it. So many people, obviously I've read a lot of comments and stuff of people's reactions and stuff. A lot of people are hyped for it.
yeah.
So
Yeah, I can't think of a movie off the top of my head where Ryan Reynolds has let me down. I mean, even his other, his normal comedies and stuff, I'm a big fan. So, and the Deadpool movies are, I think, on the top of my list of Ryan Reynolds projects. So I'm pretty stoked.
there's gonna be a ton of fan service. I know people will complain about that, like, oh, it's all fan service, but it's also getting the story of bringing these mutants into the MCU, and it's building up their story to Secret Wars.
Yeah, I mean, we've only had few little hints here and there and one or two little characters mentioned as being mutants, but we're going to get full-on mutants proper in this, I mean, we see several of them in the trailer. So it's pretty exciting. It is kind of a whole new era of the MCU. So,
Yep. Anything else you want to talk about?
I think that sums it up for today.
All right. What did you guys think of the trailer? Let us know in the comments. How hyped are you on a scale of 1 to 10?
All right, guys, be sure to like and subscribe.
And have a marvelous day. We should have thought that. We should have thought of it first.
We're going to penetrate this Deadpool and Wolverine trailer. Maybe they don't need to know. Maybe they don't need to know we're going to have a discussion afterwards. It'll just be a surprise discussion.
Sure. And now they know.
Only if you put this in there before.
True.
We're not live streaming right now, are we? Oh crap, we're live streaming. No, we're not live streaming. I do want to do that one of these days soon.
We just need to have more followers.
We need to get more than just G Matrix Art and Matrix whatever, although I think it's the same person.